Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening, huh? January 13th, 2019. You know, as a kid, I used to think about out in the future. Dog, used to think about out in the future. Didn't think I'd ever see 2019. Didn't think I'd ever see it. You know, I was always a wild guy growing up. Thought for sure I was gonna wreck or fall to my death or whatever. Did a lot of rock climbing, rappelling, skydiving. Rode horses most of my life. Did all kinds. Rode dirt bikes, motorbikes. Flew in airplanes. Just all kinds of crazy shit. Never thought I'd see 2019. So I'm kind of counting my lucky stars, actually. Kind of happy with myself. Settled down, got some responsibility, grew up, and here it is, 2019. I'm still ticking, still going strong, still looking at a very bright future in front of me. Feels good. Feels very good as we sit here amongst all the beautiful yachts here in Boot Key Harbor, Florida. Sitting out here, all listening to my neighbors, listen to kids chatter and play and have fun, and people working and playing on their boats, and just all kinds of stuff going on. With Lily over here, kind of checking out everything. I guess neighbors over here look like they're getting onto a sup board. A sup, kids. Only this is with one P as a stand-up paddleboard as opposed to a SUPP, which is, I guess, what modern vernacular for hello. Sup, man, sup. No, kind of goofy, isn't it? Oh, what else? If you can't laugh at yourself and have some fun in life, I don't know what else you're going to do. So, there you go, rejects. Sup, peeps. Yep. Got to wear shades. Yeah, it's pretty bright out here, isn't it? Pretty bright out here. Hey, doing good, man. You just paddle along. Doing pretty good. Got a little stand-up paddleboard going. Turned around real quick. There, let me show you what's going on here. Wait, dog out of the way. There's a neighbor out there playing with a stand-up paddleboard. Morning, neighbor. Or evening, I guess, isn't it? Yeah. It all kind of blends together out here, don't it? Oh, did you guys have a good time? Good deal. Cool. There's the dog checking everybody out, seeing what's going on. What you doing, dog? Huh? What you doing? Anyhow, so I'm really thankful today. Did a little research. Did a little reminiscent, looking back at 2018, checking my statistics and that kind of stuff. Actually totaled up my earnings for the year, so I could get ready for taxes. Apparently, I'm gonna have to pay taxes this year. Surprise to me. I didn't think I made enough to do that, but apparently I made enough that I'm gonna have to pay taxes. So, gonna have to get that organized here pretty soon. Got till April 15th, got plenty of time, but and I'm not gonna have to pay anything. I'm not gonna have to come out of pocket with anything. Just gonna have to file. So, interesting stuff. 610 videos is how many videos I posted in 2018. 610 videos in 1 year. 365 days in a year. And I posted 610 videos in 2018. That's a lot of work, kids. That's a pile of work. Well, a lot of them are live streams. 365 of them, and then some were just live streams, which are relatively easy, but still, you got to put in the hour plus whatever. You got to prepare, you got to organize, you got to have your phone charged, you got to have the internet service provided, you have to have all the ducks in a row. And yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there, Wood Beast. It's getting there. Still a little bright right now. Still a little bright, but it's getting there. But yeah, 610 videos. Now, a few of those, not half, not maybe not even a third of those, were edited videos, and those take a ton of time. So I have no idea how many hours I actually involved myself this year. Sort of half tempted to keep track of that this coming year and see, but 610 videos just strikes me as being a lot. Considering most YouTube channels will put out one a week, 52 of them a year, maybe one a week. They do 52, I do 610, and I'm the lazy guy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, had a huge, I don't remember what the total statistic was, but had over a million minutes viewed. Over a million minutes viewed, and somewhere close to 500,000 views, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't remember the exact statistics. I didn't write them down for all the details, but 610 videos just struck me as being, that was a lot of work I put in this year developing my YouTube channel. More than anybody else in the sailing genre, I would venture to say. I'm not aware of anybody that generates as much content as I do. And I've caught a lot of crap for that as well. And I've seen a lot of benefit from that as well. All good stuff. In the end, sitting here on the Lily 2 in Buki Harbor, Marathon, Florida, enjoying my day and my dog and this beautiful warm weather and a cold beer with good friends, life is good. Life is definitely good. So, oh man, that was good. Good brewski there. Good beer. Yinglings, I'm getting to like them more and more. I have a lot of videos and a ton of editing. Yeah, it was Rejects. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there you go, Woodbees. Thank you. Yeah, there's a link to our merch, our merchandise. We're going to be making some changes to some of the merchandise, getting it organized a little bit better. Hopefully I'll get some work done on that this week. Got some new product coming out, some new artwork going up too. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe, I don't know, possibly, probably. But whether it'll get done this week or not, who's to say? But we're gonna try. Anyhow, sort of a quiet Sunday here in the harbor. Oh man, there's a pelican coming in really low over us. Whoa. see him zip by? Did you see it zip by? Oh, yeah, some Lily shirts. There you go, exactly. There you go, some Lily shirts with the dog's face on it. The Lily dog. The Lily Puddin'. She's paying real close attention to all the activity going on over here on the other boat. She hears kids talking and playing on that boat and people on the paddleboard on that boat, and so they've got her attention right now. So making a ton of videos, and then the tax man is going to make sure he gets his cut. Yeah, typical. That's typical. The privilege we pay for living here in America. She may wolf. Yeah, she might. I don't know. She seemed like she's being pretty quiet right now. Here comes a little kid along in a little tiny kayak. Seeing these little kids just zipping around in their little kayaks and stuff, it's kind of funny. This kid over here in this yellow one, little kid who's just going to town. Here comes another one coming over. You see them paddling around, hanging out. Always fun to watch kids having fun, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy watching the kids and the people, even everybody, even the kids, the adults, everybody playing. Why not? It's like 78 degrees out here right now. The sun is shining. Perfectly calm. There's been like no wind hardly at all today. You can see how smooth the water was. This morning when I took Miss Lily ashore, the whole area here, the whole harbor was just flat as glass. There was not a ripple in the water. My dinghy was the first thing to put a ripple in the water as I took her ashore. We went in early this morning. We were ashore by 6:15 this morning. So she went in early and went for a good long walk this morning. I like to go in there and get a good long walk done before it gets going too bad because of the Celtic festival going on right now. I kind of like to get over there, let her do her business, do what we got to do, and get out of there before all the people start showing up, setting up for the festival. So that's why we went over early. Oh, rough life. Yes, it is. I spent 3 hours snow blowing today. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Rough seas, yeah. Yeah, not too rough. Not too rough at the moment. As you can see here, it's pretty calm and smooth. There's hardly any movement in the boat. Then very, very calm. But this is a good anchorage that way. You know, they do a pretty good job of monitoring it. There's a channel over there in the distance. You'll see a boat going out the channel here in just a minute. There he is. You see how slow he's going, so as not to throw out much of a wake. And that's typical for this harbor. This whole harbor is a no wake zone. So you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be zipping along and all that kind of stuff. So oh yeah, it's kind of rough out here today. I did get a little bit more video editing done. Listen to the morning net. I didn't broadcast the morning net this morning. I was going to, but I was in the midst of cooking breakfast when it started. Once again, I've been losing track of time lately. I've been so preoccupied with so many other things. So, guy over there on the one neighbor boat. I don't know if you can see him. Let me turn this around. Okay, so that boat there in the middle of the screen. He does bottom cleaning. You can see he's getting one of his boats ready to go out and do a job. He uses a hookah system where they have an air compressor up on their dinghy, and then they drop over the side into the water with a hose connected to a regulator, masks, snorkel fins, and body suits. Then they go around and clean the bottom of the boat, and I think they get $2 a foot to clean the boat. I think that's what they're charging, is $2 a foot to clean a boat. I don't know how long it takes them to clean the boat. I know it takes me a long time. So, yep, there you go, $2 a foot, Wood Beast. I think that's what I heard they charge. And that's for a monohull, a sailboat. You know, a big, broader, wider monohull might be a little bit different. Catamaran's probably a little different too, so. Had eggs, bacon, and homemade hash browns this morning. It was delicious. Oh man, that does sound good. That does sound good. I haven't had hash browns in a long time. What did I have for breakfast this morning? Oh, I had French toast this morning. That's what I had, yeah. Yeah, I made 4 slices of bread with 3 eggs and French toast this morning. And a little bit of maple syrup, and that was it. That was my breakfast this morning, and this evening I had a little fettuccine Alfredo. I heated up some pasta and had some Alfredo sauce on it. So a little, as my daughter used to say, fettuccine Alfredo. When she was a kid, anytime we go out to a restaurant, that was the only thing she would order, is fettuccine Alfredo. And God forbid they should put like Parmesan cheese or anything else on top of it, because that would ruin it, of course, you know. It wasn't exactly the way she had it the first time she had fettuccine Alfredo out someplace. And, you know, she couldn't stand having any others, so, oh well. She got over that. But it took a while. It took a while. You know me, I have no patience for that kind of stuff. but her mother did. Oh, kids, man, I tell you. Beautiful, beautiful day out. Another day in paradise, kids. Just another day in paradise. Dog and I were fine. She was, I was a little angry with her last night. Um, Yesterday while I was working, editing stuff, apparently she had to go up on deck and go pee. And I wasn't paying adequate attention. I had my head up my butt and was editing and not paying attention to the dog. And, oh, I just seen what do you call it? A ray. I just saw a ray jump out of the water. Cool. Yep. And here comes Island Time traveling through. Island Time's one of the boats here in the harbor. There you can see him moving. Obviously he was offshore today and out off the coast or someplace, and now coming back to the ball this evening. He's got a bunch of stuff hanging on his boat. Old Island Time does. There you can see him moving along. Getting ready to pull in there and grab his mooring ball. Quite a few balls are vacant right now. I notice Bill from Best Ever I Had, his ball is vacant. There's his ball right there next to us. There's nobody on it. A little bit of chatter on the VHF going on. Anyhow, pretty typical going-ons for in the harbor here. People coming and going, and dinghies going around, and people on paddle boards and kayaks and swimming in the water. And it's a hard life, kids. It's a hard life living here. It really is. Thank you, Woodbeast, putting that up. Yep, there's my PayPal. Martin says the rays are trying to fly. They do that all the time in the Sea of Cortez. Yeah, it's they will jump out of the water and smack the surface in an attempt to get rid of parasites. That's their way of freeing themselves from like remoras and I guess whatever other parasites they get on them. They jump out and they smack the water. Here, now I understand some of that behavior, like down in the Sea of Cortez, is breeding stuff. You know, showing off as to how far up in the air they can jump or what have you. Some theories, I've heard some theories claim that, so I don't know how accurate that is, but makes sense that they would jump out to free themselves from parasites. That's the same reason whales do it. Whales will breach and come up out of the water and smack into the surface, and that's their way of trying to shed themselves of parasites, remoras, and whatever. So anyhow, if you ever seen whales, they get some pretty big barnacles on them. Hey Ed, how you doing, man? Yep, it is beautiful. Is Bill coming back? Oh, I'm sure Bill's coming back. I didn't know he was going to be going away. I mean, he doesn't check in with me or anything. Certainly not his keeper. I don't know what Bill went to. I imagine Bill went out to the reef to play, or maybe they went down to Key West or something for a few days. I don't know where Bill went. I don't know where Bill went to. Bill went to go have some fun, no doubt. I don't blame him. Beautiful day today. There was no wind, so it wasn't like anybody went sailing today. But I do understand a lot of people went out to the reef. The guy over here next door to me was just saying they went out to the reef today and went diving out on the reef. So today would have been a very good day for that. There's hardly any wind. Would have been a good day to be on the reef. Unfortunately for me, I had too much work to do, so I stayed in here and focused on my work instead. But all will be here in due course. We'll get out there and do some. Sunset vids look great. Well, thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. I thought they were feeding in schools. Well, the rays will sometimes feed in schools. Rays tend to be solitary, though. The only time they usually get together in mass is during breeding season. So Scuba diving on the reef would be cool. Yes, and there'll be some of that coming up. I've got to earn some money and replace my scuba gear, and then we'll be doing that. Brittany says amen. I can hear the kids over there splashing. I just heard them go, oh my God. Oh man. Working on the boat or the real estate. Working on the real estate. Working on real estate. Yep. Female in the house. Stop cussing. I'm not cussing. Am I? I don't think I cussed. Oh, I got to turn around. Oh. I can only sit in one position for so long and I get stiff. Well, the kids are out there playing on the back of the catamaran. Jumping in the water and splashing. Playing with the kayaks. They're just having fun. They're having fun doing what kids do, you know? Just doing what kids do. Oh, okay, joke. Those kids, okay, yep. Yeah, those kids are fine. Hey, Colonel, missed you the last few nights. Oh, hey, Wind Dancer, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. So, sun's beginning to get down. Not quite down low enough where I can show it to you yet. It's still kind of bright, as you can see from the light in my eyes, but, and I'm sorry I gotta kind of go down like this with the camera to read the chat. Those are only so many places to get close to reef. Weekdays might be better. Yeah, actually that's kind of what I was thinking too. I wouldn't want to be out on the reef on the weekend. It's going to be busy out there and have all kinds of people out there, so that bent rubber got me big time. Okay, all right, well there you go. I guess a bent rubber got him big time. We set this thing up here. On the hard, waiting for a new shaft. Oh man, sorry to hear that, brother. I would love to own a trawler one day. Yeah, trawlers are nice. Trawlers are nice, but you know, trawlers you're limited to the range of your fuel tank. With sailboat, you're not limited to the range of your fuel tank. You can go beyond the range of your fuel tank if weather conditions allow. Whereas trawlers, you just go anywhere. I tell you, you know, if you were staying coastal United States, if you're staying coastal United States and you're just going to cruise like the Bahamas, then I would say a trawler would be a good choice of a boat. Some motor sailors would be a good choice. We have a little bit option to do a little bit of sailing along with motoring, but for the most part, it's motoring. I mean, anybody that comes down the ICW, I mean, that's all motoring. You don't sail in the ICW. No sane person sails in the ICW, at least not in the majority of it. There are some places where it opens up, but for the most part, it's too narrow. There's some spots like the Indian River and stuff as you get closer around Fort Lauderdale and stuff. There's some bigger spots, but for the most part, it's too narrow. Especially up on the north end. Way too narrow up on the north end, so. What I miss in the chat? They just look cool, okay. Shaft seal started leaking right away, got hauled out, and boat works in Miami. All right, good deal, Wind Dancer. Boat works in Miami. Well, then you're getting it fixed. Then you're getting it fixed. Yeah, seals are, you know, an ongoing maintenance issue. But you know, anytime you get misalignment in the prop shaft and bad vibration, I know I dealt with a lot of vibration coming down the ICW, but it held together for me. I was lucky. Yep. Yeah, you said you thought you hit a container. Yeah, imagine that, hitting a container. Wow. Who'd have thunk it, huh? Certainly possible. Certainly possible. Anyhow, so a beautiful bright day today. Worked down below again. I know I'm focusing on my real estate stuff, and I know that's not real sexy for everybody, and you guys aren't having a lot of fun with it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is pretty. Look at that, huh? How's that for a little spectacular scenery? Isn't that nice? Don't knock my can over, dog. All right, go ahead. Come on, Kennel. Isn't that pretty? Got the sun just behind a cloud there. And man, isn't that gorgeous. Look at that. That's about as classic a sunset as you're gonna find. Dog, damn it. I just said don't knock my beer over. Oh, look at the mess you made. Sorry about that, kids. Miss Lily went down below. She had to come back up, and of course she had to knock my beer over as she did it. I think she does that intentionally. I really do. I think she goes out of her way to mess me up when she can. Oh no. Now my butt's getting wet from the beer running along here. Dog. Hold on, kids. I gotta put you down here for a minute. Let me set you guys up where you can enjoy the view while I deal with the dog mess. There you go. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. You're not in my way. There. I got my butt all wet. All right, kids. Oh, disaster averted. Still got a beautiful sunset going on, huh? Beautiful sunset. Yes, it is. How you doing, Marie? I hate it when my dog does that. Little buggers at times. Yep. You're supposed to outthink her. I swear it was. Guys that first bent the rudder back said they had seen it before. Lily wreaks havoc. Yeah, pretty much. Going to need a new beer. I have a new beer. I don't know. Those of you guys that know me know well enough I have another beer. Although I have to say, I've only got one beer left after this one and I'm out. There's no more beer on the Lily too. So, beautiful sunset developing there. No, don't you even think about it. She tried to knock my beer over again. Yes, you're a pain in the butt. You, the dog, are a pain in the butt. Hey, Pilot, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Got a beautiful sunset developing tonight, man. Beautiful sunset this evening. That's pretty. Anyhow, so I was doing some research today. 610 videos this year. I was kind of amazed at that. 610 videos. I was also amazed at that I'm actually going to have to pay file income taxes. I'm not going to have to pay anything. I'm going to have to file income taxes. Sorry, I'm kind of straightening up my tripod here a little bit. I'm going to have to deal with that. That's a crime on the high seas. Yeah, running out of beer. I could think of worse things to have happen. Definitely think of worse things to have happen. There was something else I was going to tell you guys about, and I can't remember what it was. What was it? I don't know. I'm Dame Bramaged, I guess. Dame Bramaged. Yep, so the sun's now getting below those clouds. It's getting a little too bright over there again. Pretty though. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I remember one thing I was going to mention. So I looked at my earnings for all of 2018, the entirety of 2018. PayPal donation, Super Chat, Google AdSense revenue, and Patreon. Everything generated, all the income generated as a product or byproduct of my YouTube channel. And I was also looking at the real estate market here, and the median priced house, the average, let's just say the average home in this area, right, in 2018 was $666,000. That's the median. Got a little gnat here bothering me. $666,000 is the median priced home for the area that I'm in right now, here in the Florida Keys. So do a little math. $666,000 times 3%, 0.03. That amount of money, the average, now that 3% would be 1/2 of the selling commission on the sale of that property. So 6% total commission, 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the selling agent. So if, as a listing agent, if I list a house and sell it, I make 3% of the sale of the house. Average house, $666,000. That gives me a anticipated average income of, I believe it's 19,000 and change. 19,000 and change from one real estate transaction here in the Florida Keys. One. That's more money than I made in entirety of 2018. One transaction is more money than the sum total of all of my income on my YouTube channel. Patreon, PayPal, Google AdSense, all that combined is not more than I would make from one transaction selling real estate here. So there was a person, I'm not going to mention name, but there was some idiot commenting to a friend of mine saying, "Oh, well, why does Carl have to work in the Florida Keys? Why can't he work in Ohio?" Well, that's the reason why. Because in Ohio, the average price is about $100,000, $120,000, and I would make peanuts comparatively. Why sell homes at $120,000 when I can sell homes in the $666,000 range? Not to mention, Ohio has antiquated laws requiring me to go back to school for 2 years in order to get my license to be a realtor in Ohio. I would have to go back to school for 60 hours, of course, just to become a sales agent, and then I'd have to work for another broker while I would go back to school for 2 more years, going to college full-time to become a real estate broker. And it would cost a lot of money. I'm already a real estate broker in Florida. So I'm already a broker here, I'm already established here, and the market is more than 3 times the property values, and yet works on the same 6% basis. Well, I don't know, guys. I may not be the smartest guy in the world, but I'd much rather make 6%, or in this case 3%, my half. I'd much rather make 3% of a $660,000 house than 3% of a $150,000 house. Anybody that would want to do the other would be kind of stupid, especially in my book. So, but I found that interesting that the one commission, one sale, one average real estate commission here in the Florida Keys is more money than I made in all of 2018 with all of the 610 videos that I did, all of the effort, time, energy, dealing with all the trolls, doing all the live streams, editing all the video, the whole deal, ordeal if you want to call it that. I'm not calling it an ordeal, the whole deal. I'll make more money from one real estate transaction here in the Florida Keys than I made all of last year. Okay, this is the problem, by the way, kids, with there out there being a breeze, is that we have all these little gnats that show up about this time in the evening. And that's what we're having right now. We're having a whole bunch of little gnats showing up. You can probably hear the horns going off. It's that time of evening now. The sun is setting. People are blowing their conch horns. Beautiful sunset shaping up here over the sailboats. Yeah, David, actually right where the camera's aiming, you can see all those masts out there in the distance. The first, like in this row here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's like 6 boats in this row here, and then there's a channel, and on the other side of the channel, all those masts you see out there in the distance, that's out in the anchorage. You can go out there and anchor out there for free. You don't have to get a mooring ball here inside the marina. Focus on the sun. I am focused on the sunset. Oh. You're saying maybe my camera's not as focused as it could be? Maybe not. How many listings do you have? I'm not talking about my business in that regard. Where did you work in 2018? Doing my YouTube channel. Well, I would quit YouTube and go real estate. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, but I'm not quitting YouTube. No, you were not. We. Okay. Hear a lot of different concords blowing now. That's that one guy that blows really long. Focus, guys, I'm as focused on the sunset as I can focus it. Lily, what are you barking at? They're just people in a dinghy. It's okay. What are you barking at? Oh, leave him alone. You be quiet. What are you barking at? Quiet. You settle down. You be nice. Why are you irritated by those folks? They're not doing anything. Quiet. Quiet. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. You be quiet. You be quiet. People running around in a little Carolina skiff. Let me see what I missed in the chat here. I think I missed quite a bit. You'd be wetting a line. Yeah, there's not much to catch right here in the harbor. Friends out west said they are getting hit hard with rain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. What does a mooring block weigh, or do they guarantee a boat won't drag these neighbors? Those neighbors are close. Martin, they actually use a hurricane anchor here. It's a I guess it's about a 12-foot long drill bit that they screw into the seafloor. So it's a steel rod with a big conical shaped drill bit thing on the end of it, and they crank that down, and literally like a corkscrew, like a giant corkscrew, it's screwed down into the seafloor, and then there's a line from that coming up, attaching to, you can see the mooring ball right there, and then that mooring ball will have a long line coming off of it that has another float that has a loop to it, and then you run your lines out to that loop and tie in that way. I don't think they're going to guarantee anything, but a lot of the boats that were here on mooring balls did survive Hurricane Irma. So if that tells you anything. Okay. Sunny and I'm not sure what that is. What is your burn rate on your savings? Good luck with that. Cold damp 48 here. Yeah, how much does it cost a month to cruise on average? Oh, bam. I don't, that's going to be different for everybody. Everybody on every single boat's got to have a different figure on that. Yeah, everybody's pretty much got a different figure on that. I will tell you, for me and my experience coming down here from Lake Erie, I spent more than $1,000 and less than $2,000 every month on average. Blue is a rare egg. Found it. Okay, good deal. Thank you for that, Wood Beast. We don't need that kind of nonsense going on. Aubrey is trucking her boat down to Florida. Oh gosh, yeah, is she? Sorry guys, I got all these little bugs all over me right now. All these little teeny tiny gnat things are coming out. And they're not pleasant. They're not pleasant. They're getting on everything. I have them, I can actually see them walking on my phone here, so. Well, you could, 1,500, I don't know, depends on your boat. I would think you could cruise on $1,500 a month. There are people that cruise on $500 a month. There are people that cruise on $5,000 a month. It all depends on you and your boat and what you're doing and where you are and what you're accomplishing. I had an older boat that needed a lot of repair work done to it. And I was constantly underway, constantly running the engine and trying to do my YouTube channel. So I was constantly running the generator to generate electricity, to run the computers and charge everything up. So I was spending more than the average person. But if you want to say $1,500 a month is what you need, then you can go with that. I also didn't stay in marinas if at all possible. I anchored out when at all possible, except now that I'm here, certainly here now and on a mooring ball, but that's because I'm here working now. So you mileage may vary. See dealer for details. There you go, pilot. I like that. So mooring ball is free, or is there a cost of? Yeah, Bermuda Sun there. $325 a month for a mooring ball here in Buki Harbor. $325 a month. There's no wet storage. You do have to live on the boat in order to be here. So, yeah, Wood Beast, I agree. Yep. I do about $450 just for the boat, but that was the trip to CR. Okay. I'll guess 30 or 40 a day. 30 or 40 a day for what? For what? Sorry guys, I'm just, all these little gnats are landing on me and they're itchy. 1,500, we spend that on beer. Yeah, see, there you go. Everybody's got a different perspective, Yeah, I mean, if you're a big beer drinker and you're down in the Bahamas, you could spend $1,500 a month on beer. So, where's the CR? Costa Rica. Costa Rica is CR. So, all these cruisers use all kinds of abbreviations. Yeah, Costa Rica. So, then there's the DR, the Dominican Republic. So, mover shaker. I like beer. I do too, man. Mods, open your trash bags. Yeah. We may have some stuff need to be dealt with here pretty quickly. Anyhow, beautiful evening this evening. Sun has set. Starting to get darker. No wind per se, and so I'm getting eaten up by these little bugs. I hate these little bugs. I should have put on some bug spray. I should have thought about that coming up on deck tonight. Yeah, you little buggers. They're little teeny tiny things too. I mean, they're I don't know, not even a 32nd of an inch. So Mike James says it's a shame. What's a shame, Mike? pointless to drink beer, hot climbs, as you just instantly sweat it out. Well, that's true. But today's not one of those days. I mean, it's just beautiful out here right now. I'd say it's 75, 78 degrees, somewhere in that neighborhood right now. The water here is about 68 degrees, so very, very comfortable. Not hot, not sweaty at all. So, girl, you guys have me Googling these things. Okay. Yeah, and yes, if you're in somewhere in the tropics and it's a summertime, we refer to beer as a can of sweat. So, yeah, you very definitely put them in and sweat them out pretty quickly. But that's just the nature of it. It's not a big deal. Boy, it's going to be a buggy night tonight. It's going to be a lot of no-see-ums, and that's typically not the case here. There's usually just enough breeze to keep the no-see-ums down, but not tonight. Not tonight. Let's see. Why don't you focus on the sunset? Well, because the sun has set already. There's nothing to see at this point. Speaking from experience, marathon is perfect temperature today. Yep, it's pretty nice. Does the cost of mooring ball allow you to access the shorter? Yes, yes. When you stay here at the marina, you get to use them, and you pay for the mooring ball. You have access to the city marina. There's showers, laundry facility, bathrooms there, cruisers lounge, workshops to work on projects and stuff. Should you want to work on projects, get your mail delivered here, parking for your car. All that stuff is included in the cost of the mooring ball. So, pretty good deal is on it. So, Mike James, it is what it is. Mike James, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I probably don't want to. I don't think. I don't know. Giving you the benefit of the doubt. Oh man. So it's about time for me to take my Christmas lights down, which is a bummer. I got Christmas lights wrapped around my boom here. I'm gonna have to take them down here pretty soon. So yeah, for $324 for the mooring ball, and you get all that included. So they do not have a courtesy car. Nope, there's no courtesy car. But you can pretty much go anywhere here on the island of Marathon for $6 in a taxi. The taxi will take you pretty much anywhere within the main island here of Marathon for $6. So, you know, if you need to go to Home Depot, the grocery store, hardware store, post office, any kind of errands like that, West Marine, whatever, $6 will get you anywhere on the island. So, I was placed in timeout. I'm a subscriber and donate. There you go, FYI, the chat, yep. Well, Whiskey G, I don't recall having seen you before, so sorry, brother, but you got to be careful what you say here. My moderators are pretty tough. They imploded the roof today at the Bradley Center today on YouTube. Kind of cool, huh? Didn't know that. Come drink some free beer with us. If it's free, it's for me. Okay. Oh man, those little buggers. I can feel them landing and biting. They're like a little tiny biting fly. Little teeny tiny biting fly. But right now I'm smelling charcoal lighter fluid. Someone just lit some charcoal with some charcoal lighter fluid. I don't know why people would do charcoal on a boat, but oh well. Yard doesn't let people stay in the boats on their hard there. Some do, some don't. Some do, some don't. There are marinas down here in Marathon that you can stay on the boat while it's in the yard. And, excuse me, damn bug. You can stay on the boat and you can work on the boat in the yard. So, damn bugs. They're getting bad here, guys. I'm going to have to end this here pretty soon. I'm getting covered up with these bugs right now. I got to go down and get some spray on. Does a cruiser's lounge have free booze and finger foods? No, it does not. But it does have free Wi-Fi and it has televisions. There's two little TV area alcoves for watching TV, and there's There's 4 or 5 tables set up with power and free Wi-Fi, so you can sit in there and work on your computers and stuff. There's a good lending library for books and stuff like that. But that's about it. So anyhow, kids, listen, I'm getting bugged out here with these guys. I'm gonna go down below and put on some bug spray to get rid of them. Yeah, need to get some bug repellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. You guys be good, be careful, take good care of one